Hello, welcome to North Yorkshire Open Studios, Virtual Open Studios 2020. So this is, we're approaching my studio, which if the real thing were happening, you would come this way, and that sign would normally be out on the main road. And usually, because I'm filming this a little bit early, all of the planters will be full of nice flowers and looking really pretty. But those Welsh poppies are looking good. Okay, so this is my studio. I'm really lucky to have this, which is an old barn. Just a single pitch roof, and it's north facing, which is lovely. So we have skylights that we put in when we first moved here over 20 years ago now. The barn was derelict, and it was, when we first saw it, we thought, wow, we'll make a fantastic studio. So just showing you around. There's a few sketchbooks and things around. Let's just see if I can turn the page. You can see. Yeah, I like to sketch outside, also take photographs, and then bring them back to the studio to make the composition. So haven't got all my work here, but quite a few bits and pieces up on the wall. Those are my ones inspired by Alexei von Jolensky. Use of cadmium yellow deep hue, which is in fact my favourite colour to paint with. It's end of April. We've had this lovely warm weather, but it is actually very, very cold at the moment. Now those are my trees that I enjoy doing. There's a bit of reflection on them there. They make a change from the work that I'm known for, which are the brightly coloured acrylics. And these were actually some trees. I had a composition from Mark and Sally in the village of Lockton, where I live and work, and they've got a wonderful view from their garden, and the commission was to paint their view, and I got rather sidetracked by their wonderful trees, which are actually just absolutely full of rooks' nests at the moment. Probably heard them as I was walking into the studio there. So another sketchbook there. I like these big sketchbooks, getting them from London. I've dotted various prints around. The prints are for sale on my website. I think not all of the prints that I have are on my website, but what you can do is, if you see something in my gallery on my website and you think, I wouldn't mind either the original or a print of that, you can always drop me an email and ask me. I can do prints various sizes. With the lockdown at the moment, I've taken up my ukulele practice. I'm getting finally something's clicked, and I'm beginning to be able to play a few chords and do a bit of strumming. So I was quite excited about that when I was practicing last night. So there's my drawing board here. This is actually a sketch that I started. Actually, that's a sketch that I did outside. And I'm going to be finishing that off at some point. That was a little article that I had in Voice of the Moors recent magazine, their spring edition, which was nice. That's just a mixed media sketch of some trees on the hill that I quite like, so I might do something with that. Okay, another sketchbook here, one of my smaller ones which I've been using recently, when I go out to you know, do a commission, sketch for a commission. My cards are for sale. I have a good variety of greetings cards for sale. I have framed prints, which are obviously harder to post, but they usually go down well at the Open Studios. And there's a mixture, there's a little original there. Some more framed prints. Lots of different cards. You can buy them online on my website, which is www.sueslack.artist. No, not Sueslack. Sueslackartist.co.uk. Do you know, I practiced that and I still got it wrong. So there we are, a wood store over there. I haven't got the stove on today, but you know, it's that cold. I think we probably could. So I have racks which have my prints in. Sorry, that's not very good film. So there, you'll be able to browse through those normally. I've also, because since the lockdown, been doing a few lessons. Actually, I've done nearly 20 now. I've been doing some little art lessons for, well, anybody really, on my artist Facebook page. So that's a little bit of tonal drawing of cylinders that I've started. Not quite finished it yet. It's been quite fun doing that for a change, just because I do a class in Pickering called Busy Brushes, where we have a go at all sorts of things, and so it's actually been, I've been missing that, so it's been quite nice to do a little bit of work online. I even did a Zoom session for the WI last week, so that was a new experience as well. A couple of these paintings are awaiting, there are commissions that are awaiting collection. That one's got a couple of little cyclists on, coming up through Troutsdale there. And that's Whole of Hawkham. I showed you some of the sketches in my sketchbooks earlier, and I mentioned that I take photographs and I do sketches and I bring them back to the studio to paint. Often I start a painting upside down, and that's so that it I don't get bogged down in detail, and I get the shape of the land, which is what's drawing me into the composition in the first place, and then the colour comes later. So I'm just going to attempt a demonstration, quick demonstration, as this is supposed to be a short video, of drawing upside down. Let's see what happens. So I've got, I've elongated a paintbrush here, so I've got a nice sort of broad, I'm free to sketch quite broadly on my biggish canvas here. It's for the Whole of Hawkham, which I absolutely love, and it's close by. And what I really love about it is this lovely sort of snaky shape that you get of the valley bottom, and then you're going up into sort of, I think this is an ancient woodland or something up here. If I do courses for people, I often get people drawing upside down. As I say, it just frees you. It's quite a well-known technique, so just sort of roughing it out a little bit, and then just getting these shapes in here. So I'm trying not to think really what it is I'm drawing. I'm just looking at those shapes. So I'm trying not to get too bogged down with what it is I see. Okay, so, and also obviously trying to work quickly, much more quickly than I would normally, because it's only a short video. Carry on getting some of the basic shapes in here. Your tree is quite important to decide which direction the shadows are going as well. That's always helps a composition. So a few little of these little snaky line of trees here. Right, so we've got this coming up here. Got something in the background there. So just a little bit of light shading in there. An idea. And here. And then there's a little bit of just do a general sort of horizon there. Put some more detail in later. And then here, let's have a look at some of these shapes here. Okay. I won't do too much because obviously we're running out of time, so. And let's see if it looks anything like. Okay, so let's turn it over, step back, and let's have a look. Yeah, I think the basic, very simple composition is there, ready to be worked on. I do the whole of Hawken from various angles. It's beautiful from whatever angle that you look at it. So don't forget if you to look at my website, which is www.sueslackartist.co.uk. I have a Facebook page, which is Sue Slack Painter. I also have an Instagram page. And I will be updating my website so that there will be some more work for sale on it. Okay, so see you at the Virtual Open Studios. Bye.